Jai Narasimha Swami. Yes.
Yeah. Before we talk about the cinema, we would love to know about your journey, how it began, the Mahavatar.
The Mahavatarnarsimha. So 2008, I was sitting with few friends and we were talking about Bhakt Prahlada. We had wonderfully watched that film, the famous Bhakt Prahlada film. We all know which we are talking about, the legend Puneet Rajkumaran film. And we absolutely were talking and thinking that this kind of a film has to come out in a new way, in a new age style. Of course, we cannot replace it, but this story has impacted us so much. What are we going to do for our newer generation? How are we going to bring these stories to them? And we were talking to friends and thinking somebody should do the story. 4 5 years later, I understood I have to do that story. And it was the Nirdesh of the Swami, Swami Narsimha Swami, that I felt that it needed to be brought out using the new age medium of animation for the children of today, for the parents of today, and all our grandparents who have lived on these stories, so that we preserve our heritage and culture and take it to the next generation. That is how it happens.
It needs so much of research, and of course, I think it is
Correct.
challenging one. So, how challenging it was for you?
See, Narsim Swami is my Ishta, and we pray to him at our home every day. And he's very important through Bharata. In the north, there's a different puja paddhati. In the southern lands, as we go, the different puja paddhati is there. But he's important to everybody because he is the Swami of protection. And he is required today in all of us for a spiritual being and a physical being that he stays with us. So all research was done from the Shastra, that what do the Shastras authentically tell us. So we studied the Narsimha Puran, the Sri Varaha Puran, Sri Vishnu Puran, Srimad Bhagavatam, and we studied everywhere what is the exact story that is mentioned. Then we also studied what is there in each state, how is everyone perceiving Swami in each state. And taking all those factors into play, we constructed our script, our screenplay. Me, along with the Jaipurna Das, our writer, and my assistant director, he was Rudra. All of us together, we wrote the script, and that was the first thing we knew. That is how the research, deep research had to go to that.
And I heard that it is just a first step. You're planning for Dashavatar?
Yes, this is the first of the Mahavatar cinematic universe, which will span to 7 films in the next 12 years, where we will cover all the Dashavatars in a large scale, big scale cinema like never done before, where our gods will be the real heroes and our culture will be represented the way it should.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
I request you to stay back
Oh, okay.
and chair hakidaitu.
The entire journey as we sit here took almost 5 years now. We are sitting on the film. And if we take the production was about 4.5 years. And it was a very labor of love. A lot of time went by, and our producer was very kind enough to support us because she kept asking me, when are you going to finish? And I said, every year I would say 6 years, 6 months, 6 months. But she was kind enough to help us get the funding to take this forward. And so 4.5 years of labor of love. That is, I can tell you.
Ashwin, Ashwin here.
Yes.
So the trailer and teaser looks amazing, and
Thank you so much,
congratulations on
brother.
that
Thank you
efforts
so
will
much.
be seen. I just wish people will love your efforts.
Thank you.
The thing is, so in the poster it is Mahavatarnarsimha, but in Kannada it must be Mahavatarnarasimha. So there has to be correction, no?
Kannada spelling mistake, if it is there, we have already looked into it. We will make it immediately. Thanks for pointing it out, because we are also very sensitive to this. And if that has gone haywire, then it will be definitely be corrected.
Correct. And you mentioned about Bhakta Prahalada.
Yes.
So it was done 42 years ago. Like it was already there in the teaser and trailer, like the timeless epic from the Puranas.
Correct.
But for us, for Kannadigas, Bhakta Prahalada is like timeless movie.
Correct.
So whenever we see the teaser as Kannadigas, we connect it with, we compare
Yes.
it with Bhakta Prahalada.
Yes.
So what is the kind of inspiration you have driven? for
Very
that
much,
movie?
very much there. And 1983, that movie came out. And that is the year of my birth also. So I believe that there is some connection over there. And it is a timeless film. It cannot be touched and it should not be touched. because what is instilled as a legend will always remain there. So this film is not a competition to it. That is not the prism. The prism to look at it, this is a homage to it. That what acting that has gone there cannot be replicated, and that is real live action. But what we have simply tried to do is keep the spirit of a Bhakta Prahlada from scriptures, from our real spiritual values also, and take it in a new way, in a new age medium to the world. That is the idea.
And the cinema is releasing on 25th. Only 2 days are left.
Yes.
Do you think the promotion, whatever you're doing, it is sufficient?
That is up to you now, how you promote it further. We have a wonderful Umbali team with us. And what better promotion and distribution partner can we actually think for? The way the people are reacting and the kind of messages that we have got and the kind of love that we have got, I'm very sure that people will really love and embrace this in the theaters.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you. You speak, sir, I can hear you.
How easy or difficult is it to do such kind of cinema now?
I will not say it is easy at all. It is even more difficult than a live action medium, and I'll tell you why. 1 second takes 24 images to create in our film. There's a 24 images that goes to create that 1 second, and it takes around 2 weeks to create that one image. And after 1 second, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, if you do not like it, you have to redo the entire thing. So it is a lot of labor of love, and there's a lot of vision that is required. I'm not saying live actions are easy to make. It has its own challenges, but this has its own challenge also, because this kind of film at this scale has never been attempted before. To have that vision, to take it to that level, was also a very big challenge at the same time.
How many people have worked for this film actually? How many people are there in your film team?
With everyone included from all the years, the expandability we went to was about 100 to 120 people, and that was all that there was.
ಅಶ್ವಿನ್ ಸರ್,
Yes.
ಈಗ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೋಟಿ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದರದ್ದೇ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ 3D ಓಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬಜೆಟ್ ವೈಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
So, see, graphics, of course, can be a costly affair. You're right in understanding that, and it has to be done correctly. And in India, we see that we have very long legacy of serving Hollywood films. Okay, and our idea was to do it indigenously from the Bharatiya story for the people of Bharata, and to use the medium of animation to make it cost effective. We had our own pipeline, own workflow. I come from the area of animation and VFX, so what I understood is how we are the same country that has made Chandrayana. Right? So taking that inspiration, making things better, easier, faster, within budget is always a constraint in production. But adapting to new technologies, adapting these things, this is the way how we can cut and make things faster.
ಒಂಬಾಳೆಯವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೊಲಾಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ವೈಸಾ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯಿಂದ ಶುರು ಆದರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿನ?
So Hombali has been more than a big brother to us, and they are there with us for the journey of the Mahavatar cinematic universe because they have the vision. You see it in the films of Hombali, the kind of futuristic vision that they're keeping even in the filmmaking and the future generation. So I believe Hombali is basically the right partner to take it to the future in so many mixed media, because we are not only doing films, we also have gaming we are going to be coming out. We also have a comic series that we're going to be coming out.
Sir, how many screens you planned here in Karnataka? You concentrated on multiplex or single theaters?
I think that is a producer question.
I think what Hombale has planned, they're planning to do both. They're planning to focus on the multiplex also and the single theater as well. Plus, we've started receiving a lot of bulk bookings. Like the schools and a lot of temples and a lot of institutions want to book the entire halls. So Hombale team is doing their job and they're doing it perfectly well.
ಸರ್ ಹಾಲಿವುಡ್ ಮೂವೀಸ್ ಲಯನ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅವರು ಲೈಕ್ ತೆಲುಗುನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹೇಶ್ ಬಾಬು ಹತ್ರ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಸೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಕನ್ನಡ ಅವರು ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ಬೇರೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಾವತಾರ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಸಿನಿಮಾಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಕನ್ನಡ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ತುಂಬ ಸೂಪರ್ಬ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರ ವಾಯ್ಸು. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಭಾಷೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ನೋನ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದಷ್ಟು ಪುಷ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ಕ್ರೇಜ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಅಂತ
Correct.
ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ.
So it was a very conscious choice about voice acting, right? Especially uh, we are trying to create a new industry. That is the only thing I can tell you. If we take certain big celebrities and actors, so over here in Bharat, I've seen in the past what has happened. The face of the actor and the face of the god that he's portraying often get mixed later. Why? Because we have a tendency to portray the god on the actor and actor on the god. True or not? That is the history, and that creates a lot of dissatisfaction or satisfaction. It can go anywhere. Over here, our agenda is very simple. We want people to come and experience Swami the way he is, experience Bhakt Prahlad the way he is, the way he is mentioned, the way we have in a collective memory. To do that, we did have a wonderful voice acting from the Karnataka state, Telangana state, and everywhere we have taken the best of the stage actors, try to give you the character so that you have a big scale cinematic experience, right? Yes, but in coming future films, we will always have some good celebrity actors also giving voices where required.
ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ನ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
Yes,
ಭಕ್ತ
but
ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ ಪುನೀತ್ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು
True.
ತುಂಬಾ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು.
correct.
ಸೊ ಮಹೇಶ್ ಬಾಬು ಲಯನ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು, ಲಯನ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ ಅವ್ರ ವಾಯ್ಸ್.
Yes, and that is
So
why I believe
connection-
there cannot be a second Puneet Rajkumar. He is legend, cannot be touched and should not be touched. So we have to think of something original to give to the public. That is why this attempt this way.
ಈ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಸಿನಿಮಾನ ನಮಗೆ ಪಾತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬೇಗ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಆನಿಮೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
Ma'am, you're married? Okay. And if you have somebody that you love truly at home, that one language is enough. Whether it's your father, mother, husband, brother, because universal language is love. The connection is emotion through cinema. Animation is only a medium. It could have been any medium. When you connect emotionally, and the Bhakt Prahlada will emote, when Swami will emote, when Hiranyakashipu will emote, you connect with that, then the medium becomes secondary. That is the perception with which we are bringing the medium. Also, now today, after COVID especially, you see so many people watching international content on Netflix, Amazon Prime, everywhere, on Hotstar. So people now are consuming international content, even animation. In Hollywood, animation is a medium where people go with their entire families. It is not a children's medium. In Bharat, we have an issue where we think animation means cartoon. We are breaking that stereotype. We want to break that with this kind of a film where even when you see the design is more realistic. We have kept it more real for people to relate with. And I really pray and hope when you watch it on the 25th, when we will meet, you will love it.
ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ಕಂಬದಲ್ಲಿರುವನೇ ಉಗ್ರ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ಡೈಲಾಗ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆ ಆ ಡೈಲಾಗ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ನೆನಪಾಗೋದೇ ಅಣ್ಣವ್ರ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಭಕ್ತ ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ. ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದು ನೆನಪಾಗಿ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗಿದೆಯಾ ಅನಿಸ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನರಸಿಂಹನ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇದು ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ್ಯನಿಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನೋ ಗೊಂಬೆಗಳ್ದ ಅನ್ನೋ ಥರ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ.
So when we did a lot of sampling for this film, when people went out to watch this film, and those who have watched this film, after having darshan of Swami, they have absolutely loved. Of course, again I say, we cannot replace what was there. But what we have tried to bring is a new style. All the Nav Narsimha that are there in Ahobilam Mutt, you can experience them in Ugra form and in all the forms that we have tried to present using animation as the medium. I really hope people will embrace the divine darshan that we are trying to bring.
Have you started working for the next project? Have you started working for the next project?
Yes.
And which all will be the new projects from your side?
So in the Mahavatar series, the next project we are bringing on is Mahavatar Parshurama, and we have already started the pre-production as we speak, and a research work is there, and we are trying to bring it to the next level, because Bhagwan Parshurama is the real OG, in my opinion, of resetting the system, where we have so many films today where they reset the system because they're not happy with the system. But actually, if you go to the roots of the story, Bhagwan Parshurama is the real fountainhead of it.
ಸರ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಭಕ್ತ ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
Can't see you. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
ಕನ್ನಡ ಭಕ್ತ ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ ರೀತಿ.
But yes, of course. We've studied the film. It is it is in the textbook of films in history. That is a film to be studied.
ಓಕೆ, ನೀವು ಬರೀ ಪುನೀತ್ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಮೈನ್ ಸೋಲ್ ಬಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಮೂವಿನ ಹಿರಣ್ಯಕಶಿಪು ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಪಾತ್ರ ಗೊತ್ತಾ?
Yeah, Rajkumar ji, of course.
Only Puneet Rajkumar, not one Puneet Rajkumar. Rajkumar is the soul of movie.
Yes, of course. There's no denying. We can't touch that film. We only can learn from that film. That film is a chapter. There's a chapter in the study of filmmaking. When I was studying all these Indian filmmaking books that we studied even regionally, there's so much to learn from the film. Both Bhakt Prahlad, played by Puneet ji, and the father Hiranyakashipu. It's the emotion, especially the last singing, when the singing and the question answers are happening. It cannot be replaced. If we try to replace it, then people will also compare. The idea is to pay homage. The idea is to pay, it's a legendary film, cannot be touched. I agree to that.
ಇದು ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
Yes, of course but this prints were already gone before we did the spelling mistake, so that is why we say that.
ಹಲೋ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಲಿಪ್ ಸಿಂಕ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಮೇಡಮ್.
Sorry?
ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆನಲ್ಲೂ ಲಿಪ್ ಸಿಂಕ್ ಇದೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು.
For which language? For every language?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಗೂ ಲಿಪ್ ಸಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆದರೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಲಿಪ್ ಸಿಂಕ್ ಥರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಟ್ರೈಲರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರನಾ ಅಥವಾ ಸಿನಿಮಾನ ಆ ಥರ?
So the question is,
you say
yes. I suggest you watch the film, and we can always see we are trying to embrace a lot of new technologies, and it is a very painful way to basically create, where we are using the 3D. We are also trying to use some AI. We're integrating all that to give a experience which are custom to the people of the land. So some places it could be may not be satisfactory for you to look at, but we have tried to give our best. I think the best is when you view the film, embrace the film, you will know what really is happening.
How many duration, sir? Duration?
2 hour 11 minute. 2 hour 11 minute currently.
Okay, sir. All the best.
Before we conclude this,
yes.
Do you have any friends in Kannada, because you are understanding each and every questions in Kannada as well? How? I would really love to know this.
Because I have heard my film in Kannada. I try to catch, because I try to understand from eyes, from the behavior, what they're wanting to say. I want to communicate. So maybe by next film I'll learn the language completely.
That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shilpa ma'am. Thank you so much, Ashwin sir.
Jai Narsimha.
Good evening, everyone. So few months back, Ashwin ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಶಿಲ್ಪಾ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ವಿಜಯ್ ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಟೀಮ್ ನಾವು ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ನೀವೇ ನೋಡಿದಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಈವೆಂಟ್ನ 3D ಆ್ಯನಿಮೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿರೋದು ದ ಮೇನ್ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ಲವ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಯು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್, ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಥಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಈಗಿನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಫುಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಹೌ ಟಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಕೊಲಾಬ್ರೇಟ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಜುಲೈ 25ಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಹೊಂಬಾಳೆ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಮಿತ್ರರಿಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು.
ಯಾ, ಸೊ ಇದೇ ಜುಲೈ 25ಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಜ್ಯಾದ್ಯಂತ ತೆರೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 70 ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸ್ 150 ಶೋಸ್. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡ ಶೋಸ್ನೇ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹೊಂಬಾಳೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾವತಾರ್ ನರಸಿಂಹಗೂ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ನೀಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
How it feels to being a part of Hombale Films. Please tell us more about that.
Namaskara. I think it's a blessing to be a part of Hombale. When Ashwin was making the movie, and we always knew that we need one big production house, who can support us and who can take this movie to the entire world, because we wanted to take our stories to the entire world. Like in India, Superman, Spider-Man are very famous. Every house, kids, they have Superman, Spider-Man in their house. And we wanted that every house should have Shri Varadev, Shri Narsimha Dev, Shri Ram, Shri Krishna. So we need big support of a big production house because we got a new studio. And from the starting, the director said, I only want to be a part of Hombale, no other studio. And that time, I think Kantara had just released. And then when he saw Kantara, then he was pakka sure that this is the only studio we will have a tie-up with. And we were busy with the production, and then one good day, we got a call that Hombale would love to meet you. And, they saw a trailer. We had someone in between who showed our trailer to them. And we met Vijay sir, Chaluve sir. And the day we met, as he said, they saw the entire team. And the next day, we were part of Hombale. The only thing Vijay sir had said, ma'am, not one movie, we will do all the Mahavatars together. So I said, why not? And since then, we really feel very, very, very blessed because they guide us. This is our first project. So in marketing, in every single thing, they have guided us from the scratch. They are taking it, they're distributing it everywhere in the world. So I don't feel that, I'm working with strangers. I feel I'm working with my big brothers. That is the support I get, we have got from Hombale. I mean, amazing. Like, this is a divine blessing that we have Hombale as a partner now.
And please tell us more about Clean Production, and we would really love to know about your team.
Okay. So Clean Productions, again, it was a baby. I come from a business family, and Ashwin was always a creative person. So we both are business partners and we both are life partners also. And then one day he tells me that, he enough of doing the other work. It's my calling, and I really want our stories to be shared with the world. So let's work on the stories. So I said, okay, why not? And then he shared the entire script and everything. So I believed in him. Of course, I have no choice also, but I still believed in him. And then came the birth of Clean Productions. And then we took people from the entire India, from Kolkata, from Orissa, from everywhere, from South, and we created a beautiful team. The best part about my team is most of the studios, what they do is they do the animation and then they give the work of, DI or you can say the 3D work to some other studios. But our team today is so empowered that every single thing that you see over here, it's all done in-house. Everything has happened within Clean Productions. So being our first project, we took out the technology of bringing this graphics, bringing the animation to this level, and then 3D technology, and then you see every language is lip synced. So if you see in Kannada, you will know that it's not dubbed, it's Kannada movie. So that's what I think we are the first ones right now who have used this technology. So that all has happened within the Clean Productions. And that has only happened with the divine guidance of God. Otherwise, with a human being, it's not practically possible.
That's amazing. We have so much to talk. Of course, our media friends have many questions to ask.
Sure.
Before that, I would like to call our director. So I request you to go back and sit
sure.
there, ma'am. Thank you so much. Please have your seat. I request Shreya, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಬರಬೇಕು ಟು ಜೋ. PR ಸುಧೀಂದ್ರ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಸುಧೀಂದ್ರ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ ಸರ್. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಮಿತ್ರರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಜುಲೈ 20
ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸುದ್ದಿಗಳಿಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನೆಲ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ.